our honorable and the best mayor of Mississauga, Bonnie Crombie, will be with us. Honorable Bonnie Crombie will be with us, and I thanks for her today. I was looking at some of the decisions which are made by the mayor. Mississauga is always great, takes the lead. Now, so I was surprised to see deferred taxes and the MeWay free service. Mayor Bonnie Crombie is the sixth mayor of Mississauga, and Mississauga, people of Mississauga, you are very lucky to have such a wonderful person with you. Thank you very much for being with us, Mayor. Very good news. I just
thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. And I apologize, I'm a little bit delayed. Our council meeting went over 5 hours today. We had so much to talk about because of obviously the COVID-19 virus. So much to talk about and how we can continue to protect our residents, continue to make Mississauga safe, not only our residents but our small businesses too. So we had much to talk about and to make it easier for them, because I understand with so many businesses asked to close, so that we can continue to what we call flatten the curve and to stop the spread of the virus. You know, any of the businesses that where large numbers of people would gather, we've asked to close. So like restaurants, pubs, banquet halls now as well, cinemas, all those areas, all those businesses where large numbers of people could gather. So we're thinking about those employees and how can we help them. So yes, we deferred our property taxes today for 3 months, just to make things easier. And if we considered many measures. We also making transit much more available. The transit drivers are very happy. They can wear masks if they want to, and people can board any in the back door or the front door, which makes transit virtually not at no cost to people. They can just come on and ride, so that they can continue to go to work to provide those essential services to the rest of us.
So you're saying, what you're saying is free for everybody for the next 3 months?
Well, technically no, but I don't think anyone's going to stop you. We're saying you can board from the back of the bus. And there's not a place to tap there, I don't think. So we just want to be sure that people use transit, use it safely. They can get to work, because there are still many people that are working. And then there are many people at home. I can see from my own street. I'm at home now. I just got in from this long meeting. So many cars in the driveways. People are working from home. They've called back their children. If they're at university or away, come home, stay with us. We'll stay together. We'll self-isolate together, work from home together. So we also said, we want bylaw to be a little bit easier on people parking on the street.
I'm sorry, Mayor. This is a question what I was getting it, and I'm thankful that you did mention it, because people said that one of these days people are somebody emailed me, Mr. Naveed Chaudhary. They said that through this email, I would like to bring the indentation, which is important to many residents of Mississauga who park their cars on the streets where the maximum 15 hours parking is allowed. As per the current public health situation with the virus by the government of the Canada. So now, what is the new bylaw at the moment?
So we're just saying, we're going to look the other way for the next little while, so that people can continue. They can, accommodate extra cars if they have their children at home. We don't want people to suffer, because we want families to be together this time. Self-isolate. Many people working from home, and we understand there are more cars in the driveways and on the streets. So there's no official position, but there won't be a lot of enforcement just now.
Very nice, and she said in such a, she's a wonderful person. She said in such a nice way, she said, we will look on the other side. So
there won't be a lot of enforcement just now. It's just a time where we have to help each other, support each other. This is very important right now for everyone, for the whole community, and especially for those who are most vulnerable. I don't know if you've heard me on the media, but I was calling on all the grocery stores, and I know that Mr. India Grocery responded, Loblaws responded, and Longo's and Shoppers Drug Mart. They're going to give the first hour after the store is cleaned to the seniors. To the seniors, this is so important, so that they can feel
excellent.
So they can feel safe, when they go do their shopping, and then they have access first pick too. And many of them are honoring the seniors discount every day for the seniors, because those are the most vulnerable in our community. People with compromised immune systems, they have underlying conditions, pregnant women, and then seniors. Because people said to me, well, what's the cost of all this? What if we don't close our business? What's the fine? And I said, well, the fine's $5,000, but that's not the risk here. The bigger problem is that an elderly person, your grandparents, could get sick as a result of this, and that's the cost. And that's how we have to think about this. We need to treat this as though we already have the virus and we're protecting other people from getting it. That's how we should think about this.
What a wonderful way to put it. Yeah.
बहुत ज़बरदस्त है. Yes, please go ahead, please, sir.
No, was your question?
No, you go, because I was looking at another thing is sometime the expression means a lot. Tonight, the clock tower at the City Hall will be lit bright yellow.
Yes, we had a discussion today about, we were going to make it dark and not light it because it's a technician has to come every day to change the color, light it up. And they said, well, let's just light it one color and let's light it every night. And then we said, what color? And somebody said, the corporate color is blue. Somebody said, the color of the virus is green. And we said, well, we don't want to light it for the virus. We want to light it for hope. What's the color for hope? And we looked it up and it was gold yellow. So we're going to light it gold yellow for hope.
You know what? All over, not only Ottawa, Ontario, everywhere, there's so much traffic in the assessment centers. And thank God that Mississauga is one of those places that there is not too many patients there. But still, how are the assessment centers for testing in Mississauga?
I'll tell you, I got the numbers today. We have 29 cases in Peel, and I think that's up 3. But still, we're doing a good job containing it, and I'm very, very grateful. There's 2 assessment centers right now, one at Trillium Hospital and one at Credit Valley Hospital, and people can go and get tested if they have symptoms. But I really recommend, if your symptoms aren't severe, really best to stay home, self-isolate, and everybody knows what the symptoms are. High fever, sore throat, cough, respiratory issues. It's more of a respiratory virus. People have been comparing it to getting a pneumonia in the lungs. So you will know. And there are people who have it but have very mild symptoms, and we're saying, of course, stay home. So they're testing fewer people just by telling people, stay home, self-isolate. If there's any doubt, call Peel Public Health. And while I'm speaking, I'm going to go over and find the phone number. But call Public Health if there's any doubt. And I know sometimes they have a long wait. But also, this is the best thing to do, because the test, first of all, you have to go in to get tested. Then it takes 5 to 7 days for the test result to come in. And it's better just to be at home resting. And no, obviously, if you have severe symptoms, then, of course, you should go into the hospital. You go into the hospital and get treated, and maybe you would need to be on a respirator. But if your symptoms are not severe, then by all means, stay at home, self-isolate, protect yourself from encountering other people. It's the best way to do it.
I was talking to Christine Elliott today, the Deputy Premier and Health Minister, and the question I asked her is that we had in Toronto, we had 4-day wait for the results, and you have 5 to 6 or 7 days result
That's right.
waiting.
That's what I'm hearing.
And she promised me that she will immediately be looking after and try to make it 24 to 36 hours. Yeah, 48 hours. Are you doing anything like that?
Yes, we are. So we're asking medical students to come in and help with evaluate the test. Retired nurses, anyone in the medical field, if they could come in and help with the diagnosis of the test, would be wonderful. And there's also the Ontario government has provided a self-assessment tool. So if you go to ontario.ca/coronavirus, it kind of walks you through whether or not it's this virus or just the flu or a cold if you have. And it's a very good tool. And if you have any questions, then the number to call is Peel Public Health, 905-799-7700. And I'll say it again. Peel Public Health at 905-799-7700. And again, they've had to get extra people to answer the lines because the wait on the phone was quite long. But if any doubt, certainly call. And if you're very symptomatic, you probably want to go to the hospital. But the testing locations, again, are at the Mississauga Hospital. That's the one off 15 Bronte Road Court. It's the clinical administrative building, and it's 9:30 to 9:30. And the other one is at the Credit Valley Hospital in the Little Valley House. And it, again, 9:30 to 9:30, right at Erin Mills Parkway. So there are, but if your symptoms are mild, we do recommend you stay home. No point going to the hospital, getting further exposing other people. Stay home and rest and get better. Of course, if the symptoms are more severe, then go into the hospital. Maybe they need to be on a respirator. But there are many, many people with mild cases. They're saying 40 to 70% of people may get the virus. 85% will have no or mild symptoms. It's that other 15%, and we're trying to avoid, the seniors to get even that 15%, because, that could be a more serious result.
Mayor, I think it must be a long day. You are coming after 5 hours meeting, and I thank you very much. But you shared a couple of good news. Everybody is in stress at the moment because there are people who are self-employed. They are thinking what's going to happen. But Mayor of Mississauga is the first one. I thank you. This is your love for the people of Mississauga that you took time and came up. Now, in Mive, free transit starting on 21st of March, and then your taxes will be deferred for 3 months, and inshallah things will be all right by that time. Tonight, City Hall will be lit yellow, like it's a sun color. That's a color of hope. Mayor, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much from bottom of my heart.
My pleasure. Don't forget to tell people to wash their hands and keep proper distance, because social distancing is so important. 2 meters away from other people. This is not the time to hug people. This is not the time to shake hands. Wash your hands, keep social distance, self-quarantine, and, of course, try to work from home. Thank you very, very much.
One question on the lighter mood. So, people should not stay in close contact with the children and husband?
If everybody is healthy, okay. But this is not the time to organize dinner parties. Not the time to order tea parties.
You're right.
No play dates for the kids, because they can carry this as well.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much.
So
Mayor Bonnie Crombie.
Very much. All
Thanks.
the best. Thank you so much.
Take
care.
Thank you.
This is our Mayor. Bye-bye. हमारी मेयर मिसिसागा की बड़ा अच्छा फैसला किया सिटी हॉल ने. इन्होंने कहा है कि मीवे 21 तारीख से, टुडे इज़ 20th, today is 19th, tomorrow is from Saturday. जो मीवे की बसें हैं, अगर आप पीछे से उसमें एंटर होते हैं तो उन्होंने कहा है कि रेयर डोर बोर्डिंग आपकी होगी, फ्रंट से नहीं, रेयर डोर से बोर्डिंग होगी, और फ्री ट्रांजिट 21 तारीख से, यानी बसों में आप फ्री ट्रैवल कर सकेंगे. एक और चीज़ जो बहुत खूबसूरत उन्होंने कही कि जो मिसिसागा की प्रॉपर्टीज़ आपकी हैं, deferred tax for 3 months is for the businesses and it is for the residential as well. We also defer property taxes due to the dates for the due dates for the residents and businesses for the next 3 months to provide relief during कोविड-19 के वी आर ऑफ कोर्स वो कहते हैं हम अपने दाएं बाएं से सुन भी रहे हैं और उसके मुताबिक वी आर एक्टिंग। एक और चीज़ कि आज जो मिसिसागा का क्लॉक टावर है वो यकीनन अपने कंसर्न का इजहार करते हुए इसमें येलो ब्राइट येलो होगा, कोरोना वायरस जो पेंडेमिक है उसको ये इस तरह से शो करेंगे। इंशाल्लाह थिंग्स विल बी ऑल राइट। आई थैंक टू माई टीम बिकॉज आवर मेयर वॉज बिजी एंड चाहे वो हमारी इशाजियाँ हैं, चाहे वो आमिर हैं, चाहे वो जीशान हैं, एवरीबडी हैड टू वेट टिल नाउ। आई लव यू टोरंटो। यू नो व्हाट, अल्लाह ताला आपको ज़िंदगी दे। कोशिश करें अपने हाथों को धोते रहें, गेट टुगेदर्स बिल्कुल मत कीजिएगा, कहीं ज़्यादा जाएं आए ना आएँ तो हाथ सबसे पहले धोइएगा। मैं तो बल्कि आज डॉक्टर फरत हाशमी साहिबा को याद करी थी, मैंने कहा देखिए डॉक्टर साहिबा